In this world, diverse world we live in, we have to be very diverse. It doesn't matter whether we like it or not, it's what our world is. We would be very careful. Jill Weisensell is one of our trainers, and she talks a lot about precision of word choice. Mm-hmm. We have really cleaned up our language. Mm-hmm. We would never say cover your butt anymore.
Right.
We would never say that. We want to teach the concept, but because if officers, what will you learn to do? I learned to cover my ass. Can you imagine that coming out in court?
Yeah.
And it's going to pop out. And
yeah.
so everything we do, I don't grab you. I secure your arm. I don't throw you on your ground. I decentralize you. Everything is about precision word choice now, so we're very careful about what we say, because whatever we say to our officers, it's gonna pop out in court, and it could come back to haunt us. Precision word choice. Is it not? We have to be more sensitive. For instance, I no longer talk about your wife. I don't even say I say significant other, because I don't know what it's going to be. In this world, diverse world we live in, we have to be very diverse. It doesn't matter whether we like it or not, it's what our world is. Mm-hmm. And so we have, two people living together, it can be all kinds of different variations, and maybe married or not married, it can be one race or another race, one religion, other religion. So very simply, significant other kind of covers it all. So everything we do is about not setting a situation up to get ourselves into trouble. Because we do want to keep ourselves physically, organizationally, legally, and emotionally safe. Because again, if you get beat up every day at work, are you going to take that home?
Yeah, it's interesting, this concept. You've been in this game for a very long time, and you're sitting here and you're spearheading an initiative to embrace the current culture that we're living and working in, and saying, look, I don't care what your personal feelings are on whether or not you should be using different pronouns for people or whatever this conversation is. It's, if you're gonna put on a badge, you're gonna put your gun on and you're gonna go to work, this is what you're accepting as that. This is the society. You're here to protect the community that you're working in. And this is the society that community is now living in. And now saying for an officer, and I don't care if you've been doing this for 25 years, there's an officer, I was talking with somebody else, and I can't remember where he's from. He's 91 years old, still on patrol. And he's seen a lot of things.
Oh, yes.
In his life. But the only way you can stay in that long and do what he's doing is by changing and adapting to the current surroundings and the current culture that you're living in. And it seems to say what you guys are really spearheading is, listen, I don't care what your personal feelings are on this subject, but you have to choose what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and be very cognizant in these interactions with the community, because if you aren't, we're in a culture right now, this cancel culture, where you say the wrong thing to the wrong person and it's being recorded, it's game over.
But it doesn't have to be recorded, it just be reported. I mean,
right.
the whole point is that, one of the things is that, the part of this Treat People Right card, the basis of everything we do, our guiding principle is at the top of all our cards. Treat with dignity by showing respect, even though you disagree. And again, in a law enforcement situation, are we going to a lot of time be in disagreement? Mm-hmm. We're enforcing laws, and they may not like the law enforced. We may disagree. But if I have that, I don't have to disrespect you. So I'm going to treat you with dignity by showing you respect. Because that's, even though we may disagree. But then we're going to train you how to interact with that person, how to persuade that person to come around. We have lots of cards here. One of our cards here is the 6 C's of conflict management, and it just talks about everything starts with a context, a contact, and then finally it ends up with closure. But then on the red brick road is that we could have conflict, we could have crisis, and we could have combat. But eventually we got to get back to closure. So it doesn't matter where we go, we want to be able to do that. And we want to do that by being very respectful about it. Because guess what? People expect us to be respectful. Even in this day and age, they expect the cop to be respectful. And they're not, they're angry, and everything else is poison down the road. So we want to keep it respectful all the time, even though it might be a very volatile situation. Now again, I may be personally not liking what happened, but I can't show that. Dave Young, one of our instructors, talk a lot about the whole issue of that. Whenever anybody has a situation, you should take a brain picture or a brain video of what happened, and then you're going to evaluate it. And you're going to evaluate it 3 different ways. 1, did the officer look professional? Meaning, did he look good on camera? Okay. 2, in terms of, did he demonstrate concern? Did he look like he gave a shit?
Yeah.
And if he didn't, then that's disrespectful. That's going to make me angry. You don't care about me. And finally, did I keep everyone as safe as possible? Now, that's very important, as safe as possible. I didn't say keep everybody safe, because they may not be safe. You may end up getting shot. But we're going to keep it safe as possible. And we're going to do that by treating people dignity and showing them respect at any given time.
Thanks for watching this clip of the Tactical Breakdown Podcast. To get access to more interviews just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. Or, even better, come join us on the ILEETA Network, ILEET.network, where you will get access to world-leading instructors, trainers, hundreds of hours of training content designed to change the standard of law enforcement training. We'll see you there.